On today's episode of Fix It Your Motherfuckers here, we got a 2014 Kia Forte. Be back in a minute to show y'all what we gotta do to old girl. Customer complained about every time she get in this motherfucker, the gas gauge don't act right. She don't know whether she got fuel or not in this son bitch. So we're gonna try to take care of the old girl. So I'll y'all in a minute. All right. Well, we gotta replace the fuel pump in old girl. So you gotta get down. This is the back seat, of course. About midway of this seat right here, and on that side too, you're gonna find it's a bolt that you gotta get out. It's right there. Barely can see it, but it's right there. And I suggest you use your fingers first to feel for it. You know, like when you had that girl you was trying to deal with back when you first started, you know, having relations going on. You try to feel around, see where it's at, so you make sure you get your thing in where it need to go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, feel that. Then you get your socket, put it on there, get it out. Then you're gonna lift up. Once you get both of them out, you lift up on this thing, and we'll show you where the fuel pump is. I can't recall what the size is right now, but when I get it out, I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all in a minute. This is my setup. And for y'all that don't know, and I said once I find out, I'll come back and tell y'all, it's 12 millimeter. We got the old Milwaukee 3X impact. We're gonna get this thing up out of, you know, like I said, let me get back a little bit, in the middle of the seat, right there. So get that out. Then you're gonna pull up on this down here. Have to get both them bolts out. So holler at y'all in a minute. Now on this other side, hope you ain't got the issue I got. Cause I found some DVDs back here in the way of the bolt. So we're gonna show y'all that when we get this bitch out. So holler at y'all in a minute. Like I said, you're gonna lift up and look right there. There's your fuel pump. Right there. And the little latches right there go down in the holes right there. And then get this motherfucker out of here. Those are what the bolts go through, the back side. They go through here, sit there, and hold, anchor this bitch there. So, we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. We get this motherfucker out of here. We had to get the cute baby's baby seat out too, so, yeah. So, holler at y'all in a minute. Well, what you're gonna have to do is get you something to fight with this goddamn plastic and shit. Oh, by the way, I told you, well, it wasn't a CD case, it was a purse. I'm sure the customer's gonna be glad to find that sitting behind the seat. So, oh, Tinkerbell, the DVD too. So, hey, you know, we found all kinds of stuff back here. So, I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, you're gonna get some, peel all this black shit. You might want to put me some gloves on so this shit don't stick on my damn fingers. All right, and then get this cover off and we'll get down to brass tacks. I'll tell you in a minute. All right, we got the top up. Now, you're gonna reach down, pull this tab right there and pull up. And then this one over here, pull it down and pull away. But I'm gonna put the gloves on because this shit right here will be razor sharp. If I don't put no gloves on when I pull this back, I might lose a few knuckles or something. So, we're gonna put some gloves on. And then before we even get to taking these fuel lines off, we're gonna get us some brake cleaner. Clean this up because we ain't got no time for none of this shit to go fall off into the damn fuel tank. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Now this connector, you're gonna lift this tab up, lift it up, and then push the blue connectors on each side, which you probably need 2 screwdrivers or something. Or maybe you use your fingers and pull it out and then pull it. See the arrow right there, tell you where you need to pull it to. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. All right, for this one, you got a tab up top and one on the bottom. You got to push them at the same time and pull it out that way. So, we're going to holler at y'all in a minute. That's what it look like with them both off. Now, I'm going to guess those are 10 millimeters, but it may not be so. Let's go check the beach for certain. So, holler at y'all in a minute. They're all actually 8 millimeters. So, we're going to get all those around the perimeter and get this old ring off so we can get this fuel pump fuck out of here. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. As y'all can see, we got the old motherfucker out here on the ground. And a big old gaping hole right there. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Well, we got the new one in. And we're now just connecting everything. Yeah, just got to get them 2 electrical connectors. And this motherfucker's ready to go. So, we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Now, before we put everything all the way back together, let's get the old key out and go prime the engine. Prime up the fuel pump and everything and see if this thing will go. So, let's see what we got here. Oh. You don't want to just go starting it right off the bat. So, you turn 1, turn 2. Get the fuel pressure up. Now let's see if we... Alright, be back in a minute, y'all. Now this thing is good to go. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Come back here, pull it back up, make sure there ain't no leaks. Except for the ones that was already, like right there, from when the damn line shot out. No matter how much you take the pressure off this little bitch, it's still gonna have something in there and just shoot out. That's what that is right there. So, we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. As y'all see, we got a Humpty Dumpty back together again. And even got the baby seat in. Well, the little base anyway. And up front, as y'all can see, it's reading the fuel correctly. So, we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this episode of Fix It Your Motherfucking Self on this 2014 Kia Forte. Until the next time, y'all be careful out in these streets.